Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. Look at that natal chart. Look at that natal chart. It's a work of art. Now, bear with me because I got to make a couple of moderations on the chart itself. Just the confidential information is being removed as we speak, and then we'll do a different. We'll do that chart when the confidential information has been removed. There you go. And all right, 2. Now, what we've been doing now with the reports, because so many people are waiting, so we still offer a report that teaches you about astrology, all the houses, the archangels that are connected to the houses. But we don't do it like I was doing on typing. I was typing out the report, but that takes way too long. So we may still do retrogrades. I don't know. It just depends. Because the last chart I did, the retrogrades were right there in the same area, so it's so easy to explain it and so easy to look at it. There was no need to really write them out. It just each chart is going to be different, so that's just how it goes. All right, now did I send her this form? I forget because I told her I was. So let me make sure because I don't think I did. So let's go sent. This right in there. Well, I know I was waiting. I was waiting to send it with the video. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Give me a second, y'all. And I'll wait till I send it with the video. The video is uploading right now. So we'll close this for now. Let me see. I want this one open. This one I want closed. All right. Alrighty. So now what we're gonna do? She has some unique numerology that we're gonna take a look at. This. Come on. We'll do that. And we're also gonna do just in case. I don't know if we'll use it, but we're gonna do that just in case. And we'll do one more, which is angeltherapy.com. And give me a second because I need a password to use her site. And now I have to find the password. All right. Log in. We are now prepared to go in. All right, so you're looking immediately. Sun sign will always be the divine masculine. Now, to the woman that requested this, I want you to learn metaphysics. Spend more time on my channel, maybe, I don't know. But learn metaphysics. Sun sign, your sun is always a divine masculine. The moon sign is a divine feminine. When you study your ancient history, you're going to notice it was always the mother and the son. The mother represents the divine darkness that is in the Bible. And because I'm going to show you where you can go to see it in the Bible. And the light came out of her. But the mother has always existed. The divine feminine is the divine darkness. In the Bible, she's called wisdom. Proverbs chapter 8 as the creator. She's the darkness that Moses went into at Exodus 20:21 when he gave the law to Israel. She's the darkness of Deuteronomy chapter 5. She's the darkness that was with Jesus at the cross at the 6th hour, because that's her number. Luke 23, verse 43 to 46. If you realize in Revelation chapter 13, it says, here is wisdom, the name of the beast, the number of the beast. That's talking about the divine mother. She's wisdom. In Proverbs chapter 8, Proverbs chapter 9, Proverbs chapter 7, that wisdom is her. And her number is 666. Because scientifically, 666 is 6 proton, 6 neutron, 6 electron, which makes melanin, which is a dark particle of God. And also it's with carbon, melanin. And that's why 1 Kings chapter 18 talks about Elijah, the prophet, sitting on Mount Carmel. That's carbon, melanin. And you see it again called Korban, the gift of Korban, because that's the gift of God. That's at Mark chapter 7:11. The reason why they put it there, Mark 7:11, because in 711 AD, the Moors invaded Spain. So you're going to see all this in your natal chart. That's why I said when you learn metaphysics and some of the stuff I'm saying, you're going to see. It'll always be facts, not faith, because there's a difference. Faith just says believe it. Whether it happen or not, you believe it. And if you don't believe it, somebody's going to come get you. Whereas facts is you can prove it. So I know you're capable of handling all this because you're going to be used to change the times that we're in. I already know that. And we're going to see it in your natal chart. But I'm just giving you some basics. Now, the whole twin soul thing. A lot of this goes back to ancient Egypt. When you talk about Libra, well, that's Mayat. Or when you talk about Mother Mary, well, that's really who the Greeks called Isis, or they called her Set. So when you see Mother Mary and baby Jesus, they're really taking you back to the ancient. It was always the mother and the son, Isis and Horus and stuff like that. But that's always been, all the ancients knew about the mother-son relationship. So now your numerology, you have some powerful numerology. Your sun sign is at 28 degrees 44, but that 28 is also the number for continual reincarnation. So as we look at your chart, we'll begin to learn more about you. But usually when you see 28 a lot, that's a continual reincarnation. Oh, so now you have to understand. In Genesis chapter 1, it tells you about two great lights. The greater light dominates the day. The lesser light dominates the night. Now moon, the reason why they call the moon sin is because it's moon reincarnation. When a person dies, their soul is taken to the moon, swiped clean of its memory, and sent back down. And that person has a new life. So that's the moon. That's like the Old Testament corresponds to the darkness or the moon, because the law was given in darkness. The New Testament corresponds to the sun. But if you notice, Jesus is called the S-U-N. In Malachi chapter 4, he's the son of righteousness, S-U-N. He's the day star, the morning star. And he has a star in the east. So they're trying to tell you about metaphysics, because the Bible is really an astrology book. Metaphysics is solar ascension. Solar ascension, and the Mayans used to teach this too. Solar ascension is every 52,000 years or so, a portal opens, which takes you back to the source. That's solar ascension. And it's like a sun portal. If a person does not go through that portal, then they continue to reincarnate for like 52,000 years. And it's continually reincarnate. And religion was basically given to control the people. That's why if you think about it, they all connect. Because you got, according to them, God spoke to Abraham. Then Abraham spoke to Isaac. And out of Isaac basically came Ishmael. But Ishmael, they say, represents like Arabia. And then his brother, who I believe is Isaac, represents like who they say Israel. And those two have been fighting, according to what they tell us, for a long time. And so then from that religion, so you got Ishmael, which is supposed to be like more so an Arab religion, came from Ishmael, the Arab religion, and then later on in life came the Christian religion, and that was allegedly the Christian religion. Actually, they say came from the person they called Jesus. That wasn't his real name, but he was from Jerusalem. He represented Israel, but he was really from Jerusalem, and those are different locations and everything, different people, and they might be related, but it's not the same people. Israel is Israel, Jerusalem is Jerusalem. But now they got, because they're playing games, they're switching things around, and they make you think it's all one thing, but it's not one thing. But anyway, so the so-called Jerusalem were the Jews, and like the Israel, they was Hebrews. And even if you're a Jew, you would still be a Hebrew, but you're just through Jerusalem. But they just switched, so you'll never know. They keep playing around with games, and they control the media. So then they say, well, Jesus came out of the Jews. So now they keep the Jews and the Israelites, and then they say Jesus came out of the Jews, and then they take the Jews, Jesus and the Jews, and they try to turn them against the Arabs, the Ishmaelites, according to what they're telling us. And so people don't know any better. But over here in this country, more and more people are waking up. Like more and more Christians, and they don't believe that no more, and they're waking up. And that's why you see that nation is starting to have problems, because nobody's really supporting them that much like they used to. And people want to know the truth. So we're going to look at these numerologies. So you have number 44, which is a very powerful number. And like I said, you have a form. All this is going to be on your form as well. That's a very powerful number. Just like Barack Obama is supposed to be the 44th president. Whoever has that number 44, that's like the master of the master numbers. All right. So we're going to look at some of your numbers. One number is 2844. So give me a second and we'll look at that number. All right. So we have 2844. And I'm just going to be giving you a brief, because on your form, your worksheet, you're going to have these websites I'm on, the numerology websites. So number 2844 encourages you to be solid, consistent, persistent in your efforts to achieve your goals and operations, but you have to be flexible to allow for alternative opinions to manifest. Make a conscious choice to go ahead. Make a conscious choice to head in the direction that you are being guided towards with faith, trust, and a positive attitude. Trust the workings of the universe and your own intuitive abilities, and follow your current course of action. Do not be afraid to exert your personal will in the direction of the desires. Live with conscious awareness, self-responsibility, and wholeness, and take the necessary steps to achieve your desired results on all levels. So the number 2844 is a message from your angels that you have the inner sources and resources to bring your ideas, goals, and aspirations to fruition, and or pursue new directions. right, to the next number. Let's do 20, 21, 28. But see, 21 is 777, and that means perfect harmony. See, Libra is all about harmony and balance. So you got 21, 777, like perfect harmony. Okay, now that noise everybody just heard, that's telling me that now I can load this video. So give me a second. I want to load this video. All right. And she answered me at 12:12. That tells you, because I sent her stuff and she's talking to me now through the email at 12:12. See my point? She's special. You can tell. Just all them numerologies and stuff. She's going to be like a liberated. She's going to make changes in the country. One way or another. I guarantee it. So I'm going to try. Just give me. First, I'm going to save it because I got to take her last name out. I'll probably take out her first name too. I just leave the initial. All right. She's asking me a question. It'll take her a second. Alright, give me a second because she wants me to send her something I put on private or unlisted or whatever I did. And I'm trying to get there. Alright, give me one moment. Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. I am Gat, your host of your... Alright. Now did I put look? Yeah. Give me a second. This is called multitasking. And it is not easy all the time. Alright. Put this here. Because right now I want to make sure I get this video uploaded. Alright, now I want to get back to the numerology. 2844. And we were about to do 2128. So let's see what Archangel number 2128 means. Archangel number 2128 encourages you to find balance and stability in both your career and family lives, and be aware of the energies that you send out, as they are like a magnet that attracts the same energies back into your life. And that's what I was telling her. Everything you give out comes back in some form. Be open to the flow of giving and receiving, and be grateful for the gifts and the blessings of the universe. Allow prosperity to enter your life on all levels, and accept gifts graciously with a simple, heartfelt thank you. Welcome prosperity and abundance into your life. Angel number 2128 brings a message that you need to believe that you are worthy of receiving success, abundance, and prosperity into your life, and know that it is your divine birthright. Did you hear what they said? It is your divine birthright. Divine birthright. In other words, you've been birthed by divinity. Do not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone in order to achieve your goals and aspirations, and have faith that you have all you need within to attain your desires, whatever they may be. If you have been considering or expanding a business venture, money-making enterprise, a spiritually based career, or a service-based venture, angel number 2128 may be implying that now will be a good time to put your dreams into action. Know that you will find success in all that you put your mind and efforts to. Recognize and acknowledge the divine light within you and others, and give yourself the opportunity to shine your light. Take the time to enjoy the company of friends and loved ones and be in present moment with them. Embrace the important people in your life, and love and cherish them. All right. Now the number 326, because she has that as her ascendant. 326. Doreen Virtue. I'm going to do numerology with Doreen. All right. Number 326. Come on, man. 326 is giving any fears or concerns regarding your material needs to ascendant masters, and they'll increase your faith to help you supply your needs. All right. And then I have to get to my page for the number 51. Give me a moment. Oh, what just happened? Policy last days.webs.com. Talking about web server is down. They say they showing me pictures. Browser is working. Newark Cloudflare working. Because yeah, it is Newark, because I got Verizon. It is in Newark. Host Prophecy Last Days is down. This is why you always keep a hard copy. Come on, webs. Yeah, they keep saying here. All right, but I got my hard copy, so I'm not stressing. First she wrote me at 12:22, and then she wrote me at 12:20. I mean 12. First she wrote me at 12:12, then she wrote me at 12:22. She told me my sun sign is Capricorn, not Pisces, so I don't know. I know I said Capricorn. I know I wrote it down. I just don't remember so much. Okay, several, but I wrote the right thing down. I got the right sign. All right. Alright, give me one more second. Alright. Oh yeah, one more time. I want to do this. 1222. See, I like this is like real time where you see that shit where people when people like everything they do is like connected to the numerology and stuff like that. And you just read what they said she gives off energies that people are gonna motivate people. Alright. I'll put this in PayPal. Alright, now I'm trying to get my little natal. Give me a second. And let me just see what I'm gonna try to see what she's talking about real quick. Yeah, because I got it right here. It says, see, if I did it, I might have said it. I don't know. But I got it right here. I went to her sheet. It says Capricorn. And everything else says Capricorn, so I don't know. Maybe I said it or something. Maybe she just misunderstood. I don't really know. Alrighty. So I want to get this natal chart out because we want to look up the number 51 and then we can get started. Alright, yeah, and I'll put this back. Prophecy, last days. Yeah, maybe that's what I was doing. Maybe I said last day and not last days. I don't know. Because I just don't know why that's not working. Alrighty. We'll do this and see if it works now. Yep, there you go. Back in business. Now I gotta get this out. See, this is called multitasking, people. This is not easy. Especially when you got somebody saying, hey, you did this wrong. Hey. Like, did I? Let me go back and see. Going here. Putting this in here. Putting in numerology. And we're putting in prophecy. And art. Alright. It is 11:11 a.m. Isn't this wonderful? Saturday, January 7, 2017. A lot of metaphysical, numbers. 7. Yeah, so 11:11 is when I started. Then she emailed me at 12:12, and then she emailed me again at 12:22. That's some crazy shit, because that's when I started on hers. All right. Oh, she's looking at the wrong thing. I'm gonna tell her to stop eating so much sugar. Alright, now let me see what I'm doing. Okay. Give me a second, y'all. Now you see what I gotta deal with? But I'm not saying I'm right all the time. I'm right. I'm wrong sometimes. He says you get so much of this. All right, now let's see what am I doing. Okay, so we want to put it right here, and now we want to put all that information. And all right. Now we can get back to the natal. All right. Now, but I still want to say, so this reporter worksheet. So all those websites when I was doing numerology, those websites will be on here. The locations. And questions about past life are on here. I mean websites for past life if you want to check out something about your past life. If you have any situation with the supernatural, don't know how to deal with it, we have a how to overcome negative energies and harassing spirits. We have a website for that. The Black Sun, we have a website for that. Some people have a dominant Capricorn and Cancer on their charts. So that shows you how people like angels or higher beings come to us through Capricorn and Cancer. Then for people that have retrogrades, we analyze that. And this is all on this worksheet, or what I used to call natal chart, natal form, your natal chart report. And anything about astrology or archangels and how they work with each other, what houses they correspond with is in this report. And it's always been a free report. The only difference is I just don't type it out as much because of the time. It's a lot of people waiting and you can't type out everything. All right, so we're going in. Her first house has like almost everything. Almost everything is in her first house. I've never seen anything like that before. And you would have to ask yourself, why would the universe put almost every thing in the natal chart in her first house? And that's because she has a purpose here on this planet. So we're going to go we're going to start with her third house and go around. And then we're going to end up at her first house and her second house. So the third house is about communications. And Pisces is there, which means she's going to be a very spiritual person and she's going to have really good communication skills. Now the fourth house is Aries, and that's good fortune at number 1, and number 18, 666, and then 6, and then 13. So Palace represents others that help you, and good fortune represents this is the universe's. Like if you ask the universe what is her favorite housing assignment, her favorite housing arrangement, the universe is going to say number 3, house number 4. Let me make sure, house number 4, because that's where they put good fortune. And it also has something to do with her having like perfect love, 666 or 18. And that's also the number of the Divine Mother that I got finished talking about, 666. And then you see number 6 there as well. And they have 18 again, right? Or is that 13? I think it's 18. So that her 4th house is about love, but 4th house is about family, education. Could even be real estate, mentors, ancestors, and it's ruled by Cancer. Then her 5th house, which is about romance, has Taurus, which means she'll probably be a really good lover, because that's what Taurus is. Taurus is very loyal to their lovers. She could be a strong romantic or a lover for life. Now, if you notice, her 6th house is about healing, and they go to twins. And then she has a Charis. So right in that relationship sector, there goes her retrogrades. I just did a chart just like that. These indicate that there was probably relationship problems in the past, and it's definitely a twin soul situation, because you see Gemini. Now, if you don't know who your twin soul is, everything that happens is divine timing, and this is why you're getting your chart now, especially under these circumstances, because you're being woken up that you have a twin soul, so that you don't mess it up. Like me, I messed mine up because I didn't know nothing about twin souls and stuff like that. And there's plenty of videos out here on it, on YouTube, to learn about twin souls. Give me a second. Alright. So now I'm going to your karma section on your worksheet. And we're going to type that in. Charis, which means the nurturer, retrograde at 22 degrees. And we're going to find out what that 27 means too. In your 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6th house of health and healing. And you got Gemini. And remember that Virgo and Gemini are both ruled by Mercury. So they're still talking about communication. And almost on every chart where twin flames had trouble, it's usually always with communications. They weren't talking to each other. Or the solution is always communications. And that's why I try to tell. See, old times, it wasn't about meeting somebody and immediately having sex with them. It was about getting to know them. You went on dates and things like that. You got to have communication. And I tell you, the twin souls are always connected to money. And that's why that Jupiter is retrograde. Because twin souls will have money. There's always, and that's coming out of the 8th house. All right. So now we just want to look up the number 27. The number 27. Now, give me a second. Find command 27. And that's the unification of duality. All right. And then let's just see what the number 58 means. We'll do 58 and 37. Again, 58 is when you've met your karmic debt. All right, and let's do 37. So it's a journey that the soul takes in this life through the struggle that it's going to have with life, but also with their other soul, their twin soul. So now you got Jupiter retrograde and Chiron retrograde, and then you got Cancer again. So you can already see what happened. It was just aggression. It was like that's why she's got Aries. She's got Aries in her 4th house, and Aries rules the 1st house. And you see all those planets because there was an aggression. And in the past life there was an aggression that messed up the relationship. So this life she has to be concerned with that. Like in this life to meet their karma, and you know that like India, like the Hindus believe in karma as well too, because that's over there in the East as well. But they believe in karma, and I believe some Asians believe in karma as well, like East Asians. So we wanna address those. So now you got Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter retrograde, 7th house, which is relationships, Libra and Cancer. And I put C Aries, 4th house and 1st house. Then you go Chiron retrograde, 7th house. So you have all this healing because it just seemed like it was a possible aggression. You know, when everything, the person wanted everything their way. That's Aries just being really aggressive. And you got another 44. You got a 44 at Saturn. Then you got a 44 at the 8th house, and that's your vertex cross. And then you got Leo. The reason why they put Leo in your 8th house, the main reason, because they're trying to help get you to solar ascend. Because if not, if you don't solar ascend, that means you're going to have to reincarnate again. And that's lunar ascend or moon. That's lunar reincarnation or moon reincarnation. And that's why they call the moon sin. That's why the Old Testament is about sin, the law, sin. But the New Testament is about grace or the Son. And he's going to save you from sin. Because you have to solar ascend to get back to the Father. You got to go through the Son. S-U-N. And even when they say he came to save lost souls. Well, those souls were lost because they were sinners. But sinner means they were connected to the moon because the moon is called sin. They were in lunar reincarnation. They were in moon reincarnation. And he came to break that cycle so that they could solar ascend. So we're going to look at the number 14, and we're going to try to find out what that number 44 means. Because you don't always see number 44. You said give us some love. Let me see. And I just gave it to the contribution. I ain't saying no news. Give me a thank you. I'm still waiting on a thank you, bro. I'm going to give you some love. Give me a thank you. All right. Now, okay, so we're going to go back to the chart. And if you notice, if you see that line, it connects right back to the first house. Because that's where all the drama was. And that we're gonna have to read that really. I'm gonna have to sum it up. But the person I requested this chart, you gotta find out what it means, Aries and Capricorn, or Capricorn and Aries. That's what you should read. Capricorn and Aries. Yeah. Because Capricorns, they're really like well, they like things done a certain way. But that aggression, because like this, and anybody listening, this is what happens. Like, you got to be real careful. Because if you look at all that attention being put on her first house and 7th house. All right, we're looking at the numbers 14 and 44. 14 and 40. I'm just trying to find my. 14 represents the struggle when the twin flames are struggling. But the reason why, like, they'll put a master number there, like 44, because that means like a master number, because the struggle will make that person even stronger. So that's why things you went through in one life, you'll carry that over to another life, even if you don't remember. But you'll carry that over to another life, and that's really what made you strong. That made you stronger. So that's the vertex cross. Now your house number 9 should be your house of ascension, and you have Virgo there. So they're still trying to heal you so that you ascend, because house number 9 is your higher self, or your higher self, like going back to source. And then your house number 10 is Libra, which means you'll probably have a job in some type of justice, court, balance, harmony, peace. That's all Libra. Even relationship is Libra. But you got medium Coeli there, and the moon is really in the 11th, but it's so close to your 10th house. So this is your 10th house. Let me see the medium Coeli. Then when you go to your 11th house, you have Scorpio. And so your 11th house is supposed to be about surrender, because that's the real meaning of Aquarius age is when, because the two souls argue. Like if you don't know about twin flame, you will meet your twin soul, but when you meet, it might be fabulous, it might be great, and you might be able to feel it. Your intuition might tell you this is something different, and you two might be really close or have like really good eye contact, or you might be having great passion, but you guys are still going to have problems and break up. You're going to go into what's called separation. And then one person will be running after the other person, chasing them, but that person is going to run away. They're not going to want to get back together. And then the other person is going to get tired of being rejected, and they're going to move on. And then the other person is going to come and try to bring them back, running and chasing. And they're going to do that for a while. They'll hurt each other. They might get with other people, start having children with other people. But still, through all that craziness, they're still going to have some type of reunification. Now, so you have Scorpio in your house. There should be surrender. And you see Juno right there. And Juno was 66618. She wants love. And Pluto is trying to make that happen. Pluto is trying, because Pluto rules Scorpio. So in his own way, Pluto is trying to help unite the souls, the twin souls. And then Lilith is retrograde, which means that in a past life, she did not feel cherished, and that's not good. Because if Lilith is retrograde, then that means you might not solar ascend. So in your 11th house, the universe is really talking to Scorpio and Pluto, which they both connect to your 8th house. And they're trying to get the souls, I guess, to work together. Because you don't see a whole lot of solar numbers. You don't see a whole lot of stuff. But even in your 8th house, they threw Leo in there, because Leo is a sun sign. So they're trying to use the sun of Leo in your 8th house. And then when you have Mars, see, now that's your 12th house. And your 12th house is a dark, dysfunctional house. Anything that's dark and dysfunctional. And if you want to know more about these houses, you have this on your, it's called a worksheet or a report. And it'll explain all your houses. Everything's there. Your archangels, everything is getting, it's the free report you'll have. So you can see you have Mars, and it's still 22, because what they're trying to show you is through that struggle, a lot of people don't realize that through that struggle you have with your twin, it does kind of strengthen your relationship. As crazy as that sounds, even if you guys separate. It's a psychological thing. So they're trying to heal your 12th house with Centaur. Centaur or Sagittarius is a Centaur, and that's a healer. And he's also a fire sign. So they're trying to shine that kind of light to heal, but you still got a lot of drama because of Mars. So now here's your 7th house. This is your 1st house, which is Aries, ruled by Aries. But you got Capricorn, and Capricorn tends to be it's an earth sign, and it tends to just sociable or whatever. But it's a worker as well. But it could be a case where this Capricorn energy took itself too seriously. So Uranus is very independent and doesn't want nobody telling her what to do. And the Mercury retrograde in the Mercury retrograde 1st house. A personality and Capricorn. So, in my opinion, Mercury retrograde is saying there was no real communication, because Mercury direct would be communication, but Mercury retrograde like major communication problems. But it looks like the reason why it's communication problems was just like it seems like just arrogance, like pure, like I gotta have my way, and you see it throughout the chart, and this is past life, and then this person is Neptune, and Neptune makes people idealistic. Or, sometimes it can be deceptive, because Neptune is deceptive. Because you could, like, if you think you're better than people, or you start, that's what happens, because you're deceiving yourself, and you think that. And that's what this chart is kind of like implying what happened with this couple. And they see 44 again. So you've seen 44 like 3 times, which is very rare. And with the number 28, it kind of implies that this person has lived, like, because that's continual reincarnation. And you see 28 at very high points with medium coeli, with the sun. And then you have Saturn as well. And even Saturn is 44. So all this activity going on in Saturn. You got Uranus that doesn't want to apply rules, but Saturn does. So you don't know if there's some type of confusion. And then you got the East Point that's trying to shine light on the situation. And then they have Venus again at 28. And let's see what that number 30 means. Balancing out or sacrifice, like sacrifice. And Venus is at 28, and then the Sun is at 28. And both of those are still in this house. So that's what I'm getting. Because I gotta move on, only because I was kind of doing this because I could tell this is a special person, but I do gotta move on. But I want to look at real quick Capricorn and Aries. Let's see if it says it. All right, so they don't like the way I typed it, so type Capricorn in 1st house. And I hope Lynn. I wish I could get Lynn, because Lynn is very honest. Lynn tells it like it is. the first in the sign, the first is Aries, right? You come across as someone. Yeah, they call it Capricorn rising. Yeah, because that is your rising sign and your sun sign. With the sun and Capricorn in the first house, you are learning to present yourself creatively while keeping a keen eye on the target. You discover personal power by building yourself up through your own effort. Your central purpose is to show others how to be ambitious without compromising creativity and singularity. You shine by putting sparkle back in the tried and true. Coming into your own requires balancing your career planning with the needs of your partner. See, that's what I'm saying. Coming into your own requires balancing your career planning with the needs of your partner. Attaining self-realization means you know the difference between making friends to climb the ladder and making friends to keep for life. Being you means that you always have your shit together, or at least you appear to. No, that's a Capricorn. A Capricorns, they appear. They're very conscious of what people think of them. Very conscious. All right, we're getting out of here. So on your worksheet in your first house where Capricorn is, I'm just gonna put this website there. Capricorn and Sun. And I'm gonna put a website right there. See, based on what I'm seeing, which is that the person, because see, Capricorn is like the devil card. You got to remember that. Even though you don't see any 15s, but in the tarot, the Capricorn is a devil card because the person is just too earthy. They're too materialistic, and the love suffers. But it just seemed like you guys didn't have a communication problem, and the feminine aspect of the twin soul just feels disrespected. They feel like they weren't cherished. But you seem to have had a communication problem. Because even 9 is the two coming together. Like when you see 9, that's supposed to be the two twins coming together, and your Mercury is at 9 because the two couldn't come together because there was no communication. Like a person has an agenda and that's it. Like I want to do this, and they just tell you, and you see a lot of that today. Like it's no communication. Person's made up their mind. This is what I'm doing, and either you're gonna ride with me or not. And that seems to be that's what this situation was. But it was so much because even 47 is the struggle of the twin souls. So that was a struggle. The first house, like ambition, is Aries, and this person made up their mind, and they kind of had like I guess you could say they had dreams or whatever, but they were kind of like delusional, because that's what Neptune does. Neptune can deceive you. There's also reality. And Saturn, and you got your Uranus and Saturn, which means they could have been a little unstable, because that's like being bipolar, because Uranus just wants to be free and do its own thing, but Saturn wants to follow the rules. So I hate to say this, but the person may have even said, oh, they'll follow the rules, or okay, but then they didn't do it. And ironically, this house is also your true north node, which you need to be working on in this life. So your first house is the house you need to be working on in this life. And did I put down Mercury retrograde? Let me go back to your retrogrades. I didn't put that. Yesterday, Mercury, okay. So your true north node at 16 and 39. So let's look at 16 and 39. All right. And 16 would be the incarnation complete at the end, everything. And then 39, harmony. So let me go back and say who's saying that. That was your true north node. Yeah, so they're telling you you have to, like, they're telling you to really get harmony. So when you meet your twin this time, you know, don't play him out, because he's going to help determine your future of whether you soul or ascend or not. And that's why, if you notice, they're really hitting you up. The Vertex Cross got the 44. Saturn's got the 44. The Sun's got the 44. But you don't have a whole lot of anything that would imply solar ascension. And even your moon is at a new beginning. And look where your moon is at, right over there with Scorpio, real close to Libra. Because I try to tell you guys about court, and Libra is also the court sign. So your natal chart is saying in this life, it's like you're in a court trial, that you have to work with your twin this time. Because last time you were so ambitious, you kind of like ran them over. But there was love, because you keep saying the 22 to 22. It's definitely a twin flame situation. But you guys didn't really connect, and therefore you really can't solar ascend. And like I said, the feminine energy didn't feel appreciated, didn't feel cherished. And now I think Vesta is in your second house of finances, and you got Aquarius there, so and it's 0. So 0 means new beginning. And let's just see what 26 means. And that'll be the last one we look at. Here we go. Give me a second. This is one trying to freeze up on me. So the 26 is a struggle to become one. And the reason why they're doing that in your finance house, because I keep telling you, it's just Aquarius is the surrender. But what they're trying to say is like that, not saying you won't see money, but you have past life money. Even when you see Jupiter retrograde, you have past life money that you're not going to get until you work with your twin. Because in a previous life, you were so career minded that you kind of, he had to submit. Like, you made him submit. Like, he just put up with it. But the feminine aspect, like Lilith, was not happy with that. And that's why she's retrograde now. And that's by the moon, because you're in a court trial. In this life, you're actually in a court trial. But what I'm trying to tell you is you still have other things you could do with your life. But you got to make sure that you include your twin. And you will meet your twin. So this is why you're getting this. You weren't even supposed to get this chart, to be honest with you. This is why you're getting your chart now, because they're trying to tell you your twin is near. You might already know who he is. So that's what you have to do. So I am ending this video. Everybody, if anybody wants any of these services you see out here, the information is in the description box. This is Gad. God bless.